welcome back to Rocketbirds. I'm Killer. Boss fight time. So this is Burner. He's pretty simple. He's got a double machine gun that does about 10% of your health per hit. Not even that really. So basically you just want to roll off the screen while he's shooting and then just shoot him. The hardest thing about this is that enemies come in when you get them down to a quarter health, and then more enemies come in when you get them down to half health. The first enemies that come in are these red soldiers. Like the other red soldiers in the game, they've just got good old AKs, which do about 10% of your health. So a bit more than, about a quarter of your health, so a bit more than what Bruno does. When it gets to the third phase of this fight, which happens at about a quarter of the health, Bruno will do slightly more damage, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So you might have noticed that this mission started off right at the boss fight, and there was already ammo and health drop down. That's because I decided that you didn't need to see me just press the buttons for ammo and health. Nor did you need to know the name of this level, which I actually legitimately can't remember. I'm just a terrible person really and forgot completely about it. So right now we're just going to do the rounds. If you press the buttons for ammo will drop, but you can only spam one of them. You can't have more than one on the field at the time, and same with health. So basically if you're low on ammo and health, you just want to run around this thing because both Burner and the minions will run slower than you do, so you can get around it without taking much damage whatsoever. Though waiting for the pickups for ammo and health will slow you down a bit. Right now we've got rocket launcher enemies. They do about 3/4 of your health per shot, so you don't want to get shot with them unless you're on full health, because otherwise you'll probably die, especially after a red soldier has hit you. Maybe not so much after Burner's hit you, but it'll still do a significant chunk of your health and you'll probably die from someone else. So I'm just going to make sure that I have enough health to deal with those white soldiers if they want to shoot me. But basically you don't want to get shot at all. If there's one helpful hint I can give for this game is to not get shot. It helps out immensely. So yeah, I did eventually get shot by a white soldier's rocket, and you can see how much damage it did. Also, in Potsugi's room, at the top left, you can see the first sign. Basically, if you're going to do this, you want to get Burner down to a quarter health as quickly as possible. The best way to do that is to have the knife, but because this is our first playthrough, we don't have the knife yet, so we've got to collect the last 3 signs of the game before we can get that. So just murdering Potsugi down, Burner down to quarter health. There we go. Now no more minions will spawn, and because we've already dealt with all the minions that are currently in rotation, it's really good for us. So all we have to do is to deal with Burner, who now has his shield up all the time. The way that we deal with this is just by shooting him in the back. The best way to do this is by running around the arena because he runs slower than you. A bad way to do it is by doing that, running into him and then behind him, because generally Burner will kick you and then he'll start shooting you, and he'll juggle you, so probably not the best idea to just run into him. Burner's got a kick just like Hardboiled. You might have thought that would hear a little bit more about Burner's story by now, but not really. I'm hoping that gets expanded more in the next game, or in the previous game. I actually haven't played it yet. Probably should do that. Anyway, we're getting close to the end now. I've been waiting for him to walk close to the screen and then rolling in, so that he doesn't judge me. Here I'm just going to go back and pick up some ammo. And then, because Bruno started walking towards me, I'm just going to wait here. And then I'm going to roll behind him and shoot him in the back a bit. And now I realize what I should have been doing all along and start doing the easier way of doing this by just running around the arena and then shooting in the back and then running the other way around the arena and then shooting in the back again. It's probably what you should do if you're doing this around the first time. There is ways to choose this boss. The best way is probably to get him up on that ledge there and then just keep shooting him, because he can't shoot you while he's up there because you're too low.
Reap the whirlwind, asshole. Reap it.
So it's not really explained in that cutscene, but Putski goes up that elevator to our right, and we need to brain bug this penguin who's walking to our left. And because this is shown in the mini cutscene, our brain bug that we throw actually gets dismissed, so we need to throw it after the cutscene. It's a pretty annoying part for speedrunning. But I actually lied a bit. Previously, we do have the knife in this playthrough, but not in this playthrough right here. The awesome cut there. So we're gonna get this sign in this playthrough. I just wanted to show off all the achievements, but I forgot to record the boss fight because the boss fight is really hard, and in this particular playthrough it took me about 6 tries to get, but in that playthrough where I actually killed the boss, it took me only 1 try, which is why I left it in. So here we can see Putski going up against a huge bunch of grain silos. And we could tell it because there was a feed elevator sign down there, which you'd press once for grain and press twice for water, I think. So we go all the way up here and we can see the second sign to the left. Just going to jump into that. And Putski says that we have to go all the way back down. And rather than doing this, he could just walk to the right and press that button there, but nope, he decides to go all the way back down. Putski is not the smartest man in the world, to be honest. But it doesn't matter, we're going to kill him anyway. Well, we're not going to kill him, but that's a slight spoiler. So here we just have to wait for that door to open. That elevator can't go up or down, so we're going to ride the one that Putski was just taking, which he said the wrong elevator is actually the right elevator for us, because we're going to exploit the trick that Putski didn't in pressing that button to the right. So in this level you can see me using the rosebud quite often for Bruno fight, just showing you how powerful it is. But here we've got Putski's chambers, and he's there just waiting to be brainbugged through that grate, so let's do it. So this is a pretty fitting end to the game, I think. You finally get to brainbug Putski, to put him in his place. Putski runs pretty slowly, he's got not many views, but he does say "why me" when you brainbug him, so nice tribute back to that first cutscene when we saw him. And here we can see the final sign. We're not going to listen to that sign, we don't need our spacesuit when going out of the spaceship. So, I'm going to grab that sign and then final cutscene's going to play. All the achievements are going to unlock too as soon as I grab that sign. And the knife. But, achievement done.
Well, that's that.
So, Space House. Space House has been orchestrating this all along. But it's time for the credits. So the enemy there that's running to the right, he is invincible. And if we juggle him all the way to the end of the credits, we get a little bonus arena where we can use the knife. If we hadn't unlocked the knife already, we could it would be automatically unlocked in there. And it's basically an arena where we can kill as many enemies as we want with it. But I'd like to thank everyone that posted in the thread, everyone that made this game, especially Tanzan U for providing the voices, Lucas Pope, KK Pope. I'd like to thank everyone that helped in the Sandcastle, and everyone that has supported this LP through both Twitter and through Something Awful. I'd like to thank Reverb Publishing for doing such a good soundtrack, and there's a platform that you need to juggle enemies on, and also New World Revolution for doing the music. So in this main menu there's actually an extras page, but only in it is just all the cutscenes. There was going to be DLC released for this game, but it wasn't popular enough, so they scrapped it. But thank you very much for watching. I have been Killer Above.